welcome back to Tripletreats. This is Sajay with you. Hope you all are safe and sound. I hope everybody's Diwali preparation is going great. So let's get into today's recipe. Since it's Diwali, I thought why don't I come up with something special. So it's a special sweet that I'll be introducing. It's my own recipe. It's basically a fusion of Middle East famous dessert, which is Kunafa, and our Indian famous dessert, which is Rabdi. So I have combined this both and made it into Rabdi Kunafa. Do try this recipe. I'm sure that you are definitely going to love it, and let me know your feedback as well. Also, if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do like, share, subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more upcoming videos. So let's get started. Ingredients that we require are 1.5 liter of milk, 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder, 3 tablespoons of corn flour, 8 tablespoons of condensed milk, some crushed pistachios, which is optional, some saffron soaked in 2 tablespoons of warm milk. Then I have taken some mozzarella cheese, which is as per the requirement, and 1/3 cup of melted butter. I have added a half teaspoon of saffron color as well. Now let's move on to the main ingredient, which is Kunafa dough. I have taken 200 grams from this for the recipe. If Kunafa dough is not available in the place where you are staying, you may replace it with thin vermicelli. I'll be making kunafa in this pan, hence my kunafa will be medium sized. If you want a bigger one, make sure to change the ingredients accordingly. First, we need to make rabdi. For making rabdi, add milk to the pan and let it boil for some time till it reduces to half. So whatever the quantity of the milk that we are taking, we need to reduce this to half by boiling it. Make sure to stir in between, else it would get burned. Also scrape down the sides of the pan and take out the malai. Let it mix it with the milk, as it gives a different taste to the milk. Now the milk has reduced to half. Let's add in the cardamom powder, condensed milk and the saffron mix. Mix it really well. Let this boil for 3 minutes. Looks like our rabdi milk is ready. Now I'll remove 1.5 cup of rabdi milk and we'll be pouring this over the kunafa. Usually over the kunafa we use sugar syrup, but here we'll be using this rabdi milk. Now let's add in the corn flour mixture. For making the corn flour mixture, you have to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk to the corn flour and just mix it well and add it to the milk. We want the milk mixture to thicken a bit, so keep stirring in between like this. It might take at least 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure to bring down the flame to low. So our rabdi mixture is almost done. Now let's add in the cheese. Here I have added 3 tablespoons of mozzarella cheese. Mix it well. You may turn off the flame at this time. Looks like our filling is ready. So this is the consistency that we require. Let's prepare the kunafa dough. Here you have to shred the kunafa dough into short strands with the hand, or you may use a food processor for the same. So this is how it should look like. Now let's coat the kunafa dough with the butter. While adding the butter, make sure to add it gradually and coat it from all the sides. Let's mix it with the hand. Here I have added color for photography purpose. It's better to avoid the color, as we'll be giving this to the children and all. As you can see, the butter has coated really well. Now let's set this in the pan. Let's grease the pan with the butter really well. Now let's take 2/3 of the kunafa and firmly press it on the bottom and around the sides of the pan. Spread it like this. Now let's compress the kunafa with something heavy like this to get a firm base. Now let's add in the rabdi filling. While adding the filling, make sure not to touch the sides of the pan. Now let's add in some crushed pistachios. This is completely optional. Now I'm going to add some cheese. This is as per the requirement. Now let's just put the final layer of kunafa here. While adding the kunafa, make sure to cover the sides first. Now that our kunafa is fully covered, now let's just compress it with something heavy. While doing this, make sure to do it gently, as we have filling in between. Now let's move on to the final stage of kunafa. We have to cook this for 2 minutes under medium flame. Once 2 minutes is over, let's keep another pan under this and cook it for another 5 minutes. After 3 minutes, make sure to slide the knife or spoon along the sides of the pan. So kunafa cooked well in the bottom part. Now let's just flip this into another pan. So before flipping into another pan, make sure to grease the pan with the butter and then flip the kunafa into this, and let's just cook this for another 3 minutes under low flame. So our kunafa is ready. Let me just transfer this onto a plate. Here I have decorated with some pistachios, and it's completely optional. Now let's add Rabdi milk over this. One thing to be noted here is that you have to pour the syrup right before you are going to eat the kunafa, and not only that, while pouring the syrup, the kunafa has to be warm. Let me just cut this and show it to you. See, as you can see here, it has soaked up all the Rabdi milk. That's it. Thank you for watching.